All right, I wanted to go over one other thing with you guys. One of them was the furniture glide. That's what the furniture glide looks like. It's a 1/4 inch furniture glide. It comes with a plastic sheathing that would go in the furniture, but we don't need that. So what I'm gonna do is just take that off. And that's what you use for the modified AMD tip. So it comes in a pack of 2 or 3 available at any hardware store. So I just want to go over this centerpiece one more time. The black inner tubes that I use, it's important because you see it's not coming off. I double or triple here at the bottom to jam this on. And by jamming this on, it holds this nut in place. Remember, this is the flange nut, so there are flanges on the inside that won't let that nut come out. So it's jammed here. In case you back off the furniture glide too much, it won't come apart. And of course, I put the tube up here because I just like the way it looks. And just to reiterate, this is a washer. It's a washer that goes on first and then the jam nut. And again, why the jam nut? It's a thinner hexagonal nut that will lock in once you put it in here and you turn it. This is the nut that locks. Now, I might be getting a little redundant here, but I just want to make sure you understood. Once this is locked, it's not coming off. So what I wanted to do is show you, we talked about having a left-right orientation for the centerpiece. Real easy to do. So what I did ahead of time is I cut a little piece of PVC pipe. Now to cut the pipe, you just use the PVC pipe cutter. Real easy to use. So it's just like a pair of scissors for those that might not be familiar with it. I'm sure most of you are, but I'm just going to show you. It's real easy. You know, you cut whatever length you want. And I always put it down. I don't want loose flying PVC to hit me in the face. But that's how easy it is. So a PVC pipe cutter is what you're going to use for that. So what I did is I already pre-cut, and I have my 4 rollers that I'm going to use for this. You don't want to cut your options off. What I mean by that, when you put an end cap on here, you can always back this off. You never glue this in. You can always back it off, and then you can go with the electric male-female parts. You can go with the electric male-female parts on the end, like so. And that allows you to screw in some of the wheels that I've been showing you earlier. But you don't have to have this on here. If you just want an AMD for your younger students that aren't maintaining that frontal position, just put that end cap on. And remember, you always do a non-glued together before you actually glue it in to make sure the pieces fit. I learned a little trick. I want to keep this as narrow as I can. So what I did, if you notice here, this is the modified coupler where a section of 1-inch PVC pipe is put in place with a rubber mallet and it goes flat. However, if you look at this one, I put it in a little further. I got a little bit narrower piece and put it in further. Why did I do that? I did that because look what you can do. You can push this in here and you can reduce the length of your AMD by coming in here and letting it go up on this T-joint a little bit. And that really helps with overall. So anyway, I'm gonna do a left-right orientation. I'm gonna put the recessed, I have recessed on both ends because it'll do the same thing with the end cap. I'm gonna put these on, put it in here. Okay, and then on this side, what you can do is put in this piece of PVC pipe and then you put an end cap on here. Now the problem with this, if you focus right here, you see this is, it'll hit the surface and rub the surface a lot. So this will wear down. The idea, if you look on this side, you see how this is lifted up? It's lifted up a good bit off the surface area, so this end cap isn't gonna rub and make this fall apart. The way you overcome that is I took a union, I cut a union in half. These were 2 pieces of a union. All I did is use the PVC pipe cutter. I cut it in half. So now I'm gonna have half of one there. And I'll put the end cap on here. And then I'll put the furniture glide back in place. Just be patient. I'm going to get there eventually. Okay, you screw it in and you lock that. So now you can put your cane in here and you have roller mechanisms on both sides to keep the ends up. If you have someone that's left-handed, you just switch it around and they can use it on the left side. I like this because if your client or student, preferably younger student, would use something like this, this is great for indoor, like I mentioned before. This isn't going to create a veering situation, and they can maintain frontal position even if they kind of drift to the left or the right side as opposed to centered use of the cane. Thank you, and that is all we're going to say about that.